Hi guys, this is Let's Play Badly, and on today's video I'm going to show you my Steam Deck with Batocera v39 on it. This was a terabyte SD card and it runs a lot of systems, including, as you can see there, PS3, it's got Dreamcast, Saturn, there's a few arcade models there, obviously the classic handhelds, Game Boy Advance. It does the Switch very well. The Wii, loads and loads of games. There are 36,000 plus on here. So this is part one of a 36,000 video series. I just want to show you a couple of games. Maybe we'll start off with the arcade set, I think. No, I'll tell you what we'll do. Saturn was one of my favourite consoles, and the game I loved most on it was Dragon Force. It's a brilliant game. I will do a video on this game, but it's not the sort of game you dip into and show people how to use it and show you how the system works. So we'll do a little bit of Sega Rally. Yes, I do have a Sega Saturn in the loft with an optical disc drive, so I can, sometimes I do get that out, but it's a bit of a pain to set it all up, find a TV with a SCART socket in it. Now I can just turn this on. Let's turn that volume up. So with this system, you designate a hotkey. In my case, it's R4. And by holding that and A, I access the emulator menu. The hotkey in start exits the game and goes back into the main menu. Right. I haven't tried this game on here yet, so working out what the buttons are is a problem. I know in the arcade version of the racing games, things like Daytona, it's the left thumbstick is accelerate. So push up on there and you accelerate. I remember first playing this game on the Saturn a long time ago, and it was absolutely so punishing because so that's just getting used to the buttons there, and it was so punishing because you were encouraged to drift and things like that, and that wasn't really done in arcade game in games previous, Ridge Racer and things like that. Now there is a little bit of tear in the, I don't know if you probably can't see that in the screen, a little bit of tear in there in the graphics. Yeah, when I first started playing this, and again it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, you just bounce from pillar to post. I do also have Emu Deck on this Steam Deck, but I had a lot of bother with it. It was always, it would work fine for a bit, and then all of a sudden none of the games would load. It would just go to a black screen and then reset, and it was just really annoying having to go in and delete things all the time and reinstall them. So I bought this, I know you can do it yourself, but I bought this from Umbrella Arcades. It's a terabyte SD card. No, it wasn't cheap, but it is literally just plug and play. I don't know if I mess about with anything. You can go in and configure the controllers and things, which I had to do for the Wii. But pretty much everything I've tried has been plug and play, which is great. Come on. This the Sega Saturn version of this game is unforgiving. There's another couple of versions of Sega Rally on this system, which I will find as soon as I lose this race. I will find another version of it and just show you that it looks great, it plays great, and I also generally do a little bit better than this. I misread the road sign. I did my best. 11th, not bad for a first attempt. So I'm going to reset the game, exit the game by holding R4 and tapping start. There we go, it just comes back to this menu. Now you can see in the bottom left hand corner there's a lot of menu buttons there. They don't relate to the Steam Deck buttons, unfortunately. So Y is meant to search. I had to press X there. So we'll just quickly do Sega Rally. Sega Rally, that should be enough. And there's all the Sega Rally games there. Sega Rally 2 is the game that I have played before. This was on the Dreamcast. And on here it works perfectly. And I don't want to big myself up, but hopefully I'll get around this track without kissing too many sides. And again, I can't remember what the accelerator button is. I don't think it's the right stick. I think it's shoulder buttons, which is brilliant. Although I am a big apologist for X accelerate, square brake. It is up. It's up that accelerates. Never mind. So here we go, and as you can see, unlike the Sega Saturn version, there's no tearing, everything runs smooth. And it's very buttery smooth. I've got to concentrate a bit more. Just where I do. It's nice. It looks nice to play, and it does play very well. The up stick, the left stick to accelerate, does take a little bit of getting used to, but I am getting used to it. And I suppose it is a bit better. It only takes a slight little knock left or right, and you steer that way. So you could have a little bit of whoops. Maybe just have more fine movement. And there are a load of, I said 36,000 games. A lot of them are, you know, the basic crap that's normally on these sort of things. There's a lot of games for the early Ataris and Commodore 64. There's even a section for LCD games. Which I will show you next. I made the mistake of looking at the camera there rather than the screen. So one more lap left, another minute, and then I'll show you some more games. I did have a Dreamcast as well, and the Dreamcast was, I liked it, and the visual memory units were great. Well, were they great? They were different. You had like little, have little virtual pets on them as well, because there was a tiny little LCD screen on it. It's very easy to add games to this as well. I've added a couple already, because for the PlayStation emulator I wanted, come on, get back on the road. The PlayStation emulator I wanted to play Suikoden 1 and 2, because out of that system they were my favourite games, and they weren't on. So these are the LCD games, look at these. All the old Game Watch sort of games. We'll try Snoopy Tennis. So I'll just try and get my buttons right. So up, down. So, yeah. Up, down, hit. Right, okay, I'm ready. Right, I've been pushing the wrong buttons. So you can press the select button to go from zoomed in to normal like that. Oh, it's not very high octane yet, but wait, there you go. Who's that? I used to have a lot of these LCD games, not the official Game Watch ones because they were expensive. But there were a lot of games that like this out there. It might not have been Snoopy playing tennis. Oh no. Getting tense there, did you notice? I don't know what that young girl's called. Is it Lucy? I can't remember. I did used to watch Charlie Brown or oh no, Death. So there are a load of games like that. LCD Pac-Man. Now it doesn't have every game on there, of course, but 36,000 is a lot to be getting on with. So if there are any games that you want me to try on here, or if you want us to check to see if they're here, leave a comment, and if they're here I'll find them. If not, I'll find a way to get them on and I'll show you them running. But that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.